Hi everyone, it's Dawn and I hope you're having a fantastic day, but unfortunately we have some sad news about the woman who went overboard on the Allure of the Seas. We do have some news about Princess making some changes to the upcoming Star Princess in light of feedback from the Sun Princess. Is it what we hope? Is it what we're possibly expecting? Well, let's find out. And then we also have a pretty big court decision that lets the cruise lines off with about a $100 million fine has now been repealed. So first off, we had the story of the 66-year-old woman who went overboard on the Allure of the Seas. She was on a Swifty cruise. Now, what that one is what three travel agents had the genius idea of capitalizing on the Taylor Swift fans out there with the Eras tour and how popular she was with her album coming out and the tour, etc. And they created a Taylor Swift themed cruise on the Allure of the Seas, an Oasis class ship. They have hundreds and hundreds of passengers on board to celebrate that. Unfortunately, this is coming up with some tragic news as a 66-year-old woman went overboard. Not clear if she was part of that group or not, but either way, the Coast Guard was notified and the crew started a search around 9:40 p.m. And unfortunately, early this morning, it was called off with no trace of the woman being found. Of course, the cruise ship and the cruise line are working with friends and family and everybody involved to help them through this really horrible time. And it certainly brings down the mood on a celebration cruise about one of your favorite pop stars. It's too bad this happened completely for everybody involved, including the family of the woman who went missing, which is the most tragic part of the whole story, of course. Next, we have the cruise lines that were fined for supposedly doing trade business with Cuba when the Cuban government took over all the cruise ports and pushed out the actual owners, etc. there. But a U.S. court has now repealed the decision to fine them each over $100 million. They're about $470 some million in total. So that's good news. Will this end the lawsuit? Probably not, because there's always another court you can go to until it hits the Supreme Court, and even then it can go again. But at least in this case, the cruise lines have won a little bit of a reprieve from what's happening and the fines going and being levied against them. Next, we have the Star Princess, and she just did her float out about maybe 3 weeks, a month ago, and everyone's celebrating and everything. But those of us who were on the Sun Princess, who are saying, you know what, I wish they would change this, and I wish this is something, an issue, this is going on the cruise ship. Well, Princess Cruise Lines has been listening, because on the Sun Princess, they made dramatic changes to their dining, changing restaurants and whole locations, moving them complete different floors, etc. They removed that Park 19 roller glide that was supposed to be installed, and that's gone. And now people were going, okay, well, what's next? What changes were you going to do to the Star Princess? Well, they've come out and basically told us now, for one thing, one of the big changes will, of course, be that Park 19 area will no longer have that roller glide. Instead, it will have an expanded sports court, including basketball courts, and pickleball will be installed up there. The jogging track is already in that location. Plus, it'll be a shaded rest area up top with hammocks and seating areas, plus a splash pad still at the back of the ship for kids to enjoy when they're on the ship. That was pretty expected after the announcement of the cancellation of that roller glide. So what else did they decide to change? Well, one of the big complaints on the Sun Princess is the venues are too small. Some of the venues are too small for the amount of people on the cruise ships. So they're addressing some of that issue as well. For instance, the Love by Brito restaurant, which is one of the best locations on the ship for dining. It's at the aft of the ship. It's up high with floor-to-ceiling windows and a small, intimate setting. Well, that intimate setting is going to expand by about 20 seats, which is quite a bit. You know, it works out to 5 tables roughly more seating up there once you're there. It is a very good restaurant. I've eaten at the Sun Princess Love by Brito, had great meal multiple times there. So that's good news for those wanting to eat at the Love by Brito restaurant. Is that the major thing that's wrong with the Sun Princess that people were complaining about? No, but it is an issue. Another one was another venue that people were saying is too small was the O'Malley's Club, where they have live entertainment and fish and chips, pub style food, etc. Well, they're expanding that as well by as much as, I believe, 32 seats will be expanded into that venue. So that'll alleviate some of that, you know, congestion that's there when people try and go there for lunch, especially on sea days, or go for dinner. It is a casual fare restaurant on board. So yeah, that's a good thing as well, that they're changing that, plus all the other changes they've made to the dining that they have on the ship right now, that they moved restaurants around, where they moved the Butcher Block to a new location. They moved the Crown Grill to a new location. They've worked on the dining venues, etc., and moved them around and made them a little bit more spacious and more accessible to more people. And I'm just wondering, are they done yet? I'm kind of hoping they're not done yet, because out of all the complaints that I heard on the Sun Princess, yes, people were saying that, you know, the sports court was a big thing, because at one point when they were tearing down the roller glide, they had that area closed off. But it's up there. Now there's a jogging track. So now you're going to have a pickleball court, a basketball court, some things that you can do to keep fit, which is good. Would that have kept you from taking the Star Princess if you found out there was no pickleball court? I don't think so. It's just an enhancement that it's there. Adding to O'Malley's, it's a good thing. They needed more space in there, because the biggest complaint that I've heard when I was on the Sun Princess was the venues are too small. But I don't think that O'Malley's and Love by Brito are the venues that they were talking about. And I'll have more on that in an upcoming video. I just finished my video on the Sun Princess about everything I did love about the Sun Princess, and why it is a ship that you should try, and a ship that is worth taking a cruise on. And then I will tell you the ones that I thought, you know what, they could really need some fixing or some solutions to some of these issues. That'll be coming up in the near future. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.